Hello, welcome to my channel, Yummy Doodles. I am your host, Ambria. It's nice to meet you. Today I will be doing the video sketchbook challenge. I was inspired to do this by Juicy Torian. She's sort of really big inspiration to me since I've always wanted to get good at making videos like this, but I'd never had the time to do so. But recently I've been realizing that I'm just making excuses and not really coming up with anything, and I feel like I have too much time on my hands now, so I'm going to try. Plus, in my Canson watercolor sketchbook, I have 30 pages left, so I have no excuse. I have enough paper, I have enough resources, and I even have a microphone to record all of this for people on YouTube. So here I go. I'm getting started. I made a little swatch pan right there of all of the colors that I wanted. I referenced a little fish that I saw on Pinterest. It's so beautiful. I think it's one of those, is it a pica? No. I'm not really sure what they're called. I had several of them when I was younger. Really pretty fish, and I thought its tails reminded me of really flowy dresses or just those very long skirts that you can spin around in. So I wanted to draw a ballerina like character with that sort of pose that the fish had going on. It was really pretty, so I thought they sort of match in a manner. Right here I'm sketching with my Col-Erase color pencils in purple. It leaves a really nice color when it's watercolor is mixed over it, and it just sort of blends in the right way. I'm trying to draw this ballerina girl that's posed leaning back, and it's in sort of a free manner. And now I'm just going in with watercolor. I didn't really want a super elaborate sketch this time. Usually I would, but this time I was like, nah, I want a color. All of the supplies I'll be using will be in the description box. Right now I'm using the Sakura Koi watercolor palette. It's a 24 set that you can get in like a little on-the-go box. You can put it in your purse or anything and just bring a watercolor sketchbook and paintbrush with you. It's really nice, actually. I've been using it a lot ever since I found it online. Here I'm using Sakura Koi watercolor paints. I find their colors are really vibrant in comparison to the ones that I've bought at like Michael's. Their off-brand paints aren't very good at Michael's, actually, but if you're comparing them to that, I guess like any other watercolors are better than that. But you know, these were really pretty and very vibrant, and they go on really smoothly, so it's just like it was heaven for me. I wanted to just like smear the colors in a manner that, not smear, more like just I wanted the water to blend it out itself. So I applied water every once in a while to the page and then added other colors on top of it. so that it would sort of merge together. Okay, sorry. My hand will be it'll be featured throughout this video in very awkward manners. Because I'm not very good with my camera. Like, my hand is currently right underneath my tripod for it. And I can't seem to find any comfortable manner of painting while having this camera right near my sketchbook. But this was like my best attempt. I promise I'll be getting better angles next time so that you'll be able to see the strokes that I make as I'm painting. I'm so irritated that you can see parts of that, but yeah, I will get better at that. My hand is making me cringe. Okay, you see how I have those really deep pinks just sort of splotched onto the dress? I'm trying to let it slightly dry so that once I go over it again, I can make it partially blend into the other colors that I want on her dress, but still keep the vibrancy on certain parts of it where I want that really deep pink. Yeah, this face was like was going all kinds wrong at first. At first it was like bleeding into the hair in a really weird way, so I had to wipe out some of the color that leaked into her face. But it ended up making somewhat of a blush look in a purpley way. I don't remember when I decided that I wanted her face to be blue, but I'm okay with it. I mean, I like lapis, so why not keep the blue look? Oh, yeah, I'm a Steven Universe fan, so I might as well be inspired. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit off topic from this, but I want to go more into why I'm doing this challenge. I've wanted to do this challenge for it's going on years now. I've wanted to do this ever since I got out of high school, but I'm always using that word but or if, and both of those words do not help me get things done. I'm always throwing things off or like putting things off to the last second, and I really don't want to be that person anymore. I just don't. It's not interesting to me. I'm finding that ever since the 4th of July, which was like 2 days ago, I find that I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing right now. Like, I have a job, which could be better, but not horrible. I like the people that I work with, and I have friends, which I enjoy. I'm glad that part has improved. I like the people that I'm around now, but the only thing that I'm not satisfied with is how little I can show my own artwork to people. Like, I don't know, I haven't, ever since I deleted my DeviantArt page, I haven't really had anyone to critique my work. Not that I'm like really critical about that sort of thing. Like, I'm really happy when people say that they like my work, but I also like it when people show me their own opinions about it. Like, what exactly do you like about it, or what do you dislike about it, or where do you think I could work harder at? Of course, I'm always going to keep my own style, and not everything that you may say I'll agree with, but I also like the conversation. I like to hear what people really think. So if you have anything that you want to say down in the description box about this piece once it's done, please tell me. I'm really open to it. In the background, I decided to use this really deep blue that I have in this other Sakura Koi watercolor palette. It's not actually a palette, it's in tubes. I bought it off of Amazon, and they're supposed to be very similar to the palette that I had prior, but the blue was actually way deeper and way more vibrant than the one that I had on it. So I was like, we're going to use this all over this. This is so pretty. But it was really, I'm really glad I got that palette. I planned on, I mean, not palette, I'm glad I got those tubes, because I'm planning on replacing the colors that are in that palette with the tube colors, because they're just more vibrant and easier to apply onto paper, and they're slightly more smooth in the way that they dry. I can show you in another video later, but for now, just take my word for it and just check them out. I'm going to leave these all in the description box, as I said before, and show you where I got them, because I think everyone should have just like a little to-go watercolor set for themselves, because they're so much fun. It's fun to just like go outside and not be hindered by several different markers that you have piled in your bag. It's really weighing me down bringing around markers, so I had to get some other source of colors, and I wanted to use multiple colors at one time, so I now bring around an Pinto Aqua Wash paintbrush in large, and that palette, and a Canson watercolor sketchbook with me, and I can draw whatever I want. I can draw people, I can draw places, I can draw animals anywhere I want. Okay, earlier there I was using these Papermate Flair pens in the pink and purple color to render out some of her hair and in her dress. And right here I'm using a white gel pen that I found at Joann's. I'll leave that down in the description. Okay, I'm getting to the end of my first video. Last things I want to say. Well, thank you for getting this far if you've gotten here with me. This is going to be a very long process for me, as I am not the best with Adobe Premiere Pro. This took me some long hours to get this video up, but I can see myself getting better in a couple days. Down below, in the comments box, please tell me if you have any pointers for me. I'd love any suggestions on what I can improve in these videos. And thanks for watching. I hope you stay along with me so that I can just like have a conversation with y'all. Again, I'm going to try my best, and I hope you'll be along for the ride. If you want to see any more of my work, you can just check out my Instagram. That's also in the description box. and have a good day. Bye.